The Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro are here, and in this video I'm going to unbox them together with you. Also, try to explore the main differences between the Buds 3 Pro and, the Buds 2 Pro, which are my favorite true wireless headphones right now. So, this is the Buds 2 Pro. This is gonna go down in history as one of the best true wireless headphones, and this here, guys, is the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. And I'm excited, and I'm gonna let you know why. Because the Buds 3 Pro and the Buds 3 overall is very different from the Buds 2. Okay, and I do believe that this is one of the areas where Samsung are really trying to advance, not only by drastically changing the design, which a lot of people right now either hate because apparently they look alike the Apple AirPods, or for some other reasons, but this here is new technology, new design, and I'm thrilled because most of the other products that are launched at the Samsung Unpacked were just small iteration like the foldable, the flip phone, but this here is a totally different product from this here. And in this video I'm going to unbox them, set it up together with you, and also tell them the main differences. Buds 2 Pro versus the Buds 3 Pro, right? As you can see, there is also a difference starting from the package, all right? Almost the same size, but a bit wider. But what counts are the main technical specification and also the features. All right, so without any further ado, guys, let's start the video. And for the first time on the VST channel, the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. Wow, very interesting. We have also something inside where I guess we're gonna have a booklet. So there is the small box. Hopefully there is a charging cable. Yep, this is the USB-C. Then we have a quick start guide and we have a warranty card. So I would say it's rather standard stuff. And if I put this aside, guys, nothing else in the box. This here is the product, right? Compared to the Buds 3 Pro, guys, pretty much the same, but the cable is there, right, and not in the booklet. So there is of course a shift in design. But this here is the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. So now let's take a look and try to compare design. I'm gonna put the Buds 2 here so that we can have a clear look. And the first major change in the design is apparently the case, because right now we have a case that has two elements. We have a transparent part here that I really love, and also very important, it is glossy. If you have been following my channel, you know that the Buds 2 Pro usually don't look like this. They have a coating, a rubber coating. Mine were starting to wear off and melt, so I had to manually remove it. Don't ask me how, but the original Buds 2 Pro had this rubber coating, which apparently feels premium, but it's not so durable. The main big change here is we have a whole different design of the box. We have a transparent element in the upper lift, and yep, this is how they look right now. So let's just try to open them. Boom! Oh, wow! Alright, I really love this. I really like the sound of it just by opening and closing the lid. And by the way, you can already notice there is something else going on, guys. This is the so-called blade lights. And apparently, if I just put them side by side, you're gonna notice there is a drastic change from the design, alright? The Buds 2 Pro used a stemless design, and again, this really is right now my favorite earbud. I really hope that this is going to become my favorite earbud. Guess what, guys? The only one thing in common between the Buds 2 Pro and the Buds 3 Pro is, that they're both done by Samsung. Why? Well, take a look here. Absolutely nothing else in common, guys. Samsung decided to use a stem design, and this is why a lot of people are now saying, hey, you know what, like they just blatantly copied AirPods. And I can tell you it's yes and no. Why yes? Well, of course there is a stem, but let me ask you something. Did Apple invent the true wireless earbuds with stems? I don't think so, right? Also, why no? Because here, unlike the AirPods, we don't have a circular shape. We have this triangle shape somehow, and I have to tell you guys, this looks very, very cool. So if you put them back in the box, they snap in with magnets. Boom, very satisfying. This is the Buds 2 Pro, very satisfying. I think that I've opened and closed those 100,000 times, guys. But this now is the history. this is the future. So Samsung decided to really go and drastically change the whole product, and it's not only the design. So by the way, not only these blade lights and not only going with stemless to stem design. No, this is just the top of the iceberg, because the new Galaxy Buds 3 Pro are now using an improved dual drive setup, and they have planar drivers, which means that there are two components for the woofers and also for the high frequency. There is a separate tweeter, guys. This here, they use a dual driver setup, also dynamic drivers, but this here is a totally different story. And the whole idea by using this separation, these planar drives, is that you should be able to get higher details and individual controls, let's say, on high frequencies and also on low frequencies. So this means that at the end, you should be able to get a wider sound stage, or let's say just manipulate highs or even mids or even lows. So the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro are also using a higher quality audio codec compared to the Buds 2 Pro. The Buds 2 Pro are using 24 bits, 48 kilohertz, the Samsung Seamless codec. This is the SCC, all right? Of course, you have a supported phone like Samsung, but the Samsung Buds 3 Pro are using the SSD UHQ, which means Samsung Seamless codec, ultra high quality. It is 24 bits again, but now the sampling rate has been doubled from 48 kilohertz here in the Buds 2 Pro to 96 kilohertz, which is already twice as the one in the Buds 2 Pro. Also, very important, for the first time we get a proper IP57, which means that you can use them, you know, in the rain. Of course, don't die with them, but they have also better protection. They do also have a Bluetooth 5.4, which allows higher privacy, security. It's a newer protocol. But they have plenty of other features, AI features as well, which I'm going to cover later. Right now, what is important is this stem here allows Samsung to place the microphone down below, which hopefully should get the microphone closer to your mouth when you have this in the ear, and hopefully you should sound clearer. And also they support something that's called super wideband call, which records the audio in a wider wideband of 16 kilohertz, which should sound more natural. And again, guys, those are just like the higher specs. So IP57 versus IPX7 here, newer Bluetooth protocol, twice the sampling rate, a totally different sound driver setup. So this starts already very promising. And this is, guys, just the tip of the iceberg. All right, here down below we have a pairing button, we have a USB-C port. All right, and now, guys, I'm gonna put those aside and I'm going to connect them for the first time to my S24 Ultra and show you something interesting. Let me open my Galaxy wearable. So I'm going to click here. They can blink when you're pairing them, but also when you lose them in the dark, this can illuminate and you can find them, or just, you know, have it on for fun. So now I'm just gonna click add a new device. Available devices, the Galaxy Buds Pro 3, and Bluetooth pairing request now is on, so I'm gonna click pair, downloading software. Now, once I'm there, I'm gonna click and show you what are the main things. So first things first, they have adaptive noise control. The Galaxy Buds 2 Pro also has noise control, but this thing here is adaptive, which means that you can use them, go outside. They will measure the audio levels non-stop and also measure your fit in the ears and adjust the level of the noise control. So noise cancelling will kick in when you're someplace loud, but your buds will let in ambient sound for more comfort when it's quiet, which is actually quite nice, because very often when I'm using those one with ANC on, I have a feeling that I have something in my ears. It feels almost like unnatural. This thing here with the adaptive noise control will amplify the noise control when you're in very louder areas and surrounding, and it will also go down on the noise control when you're, let's say, at home and there is nobody that will disturb you. Next thing here is the voice and siren detection, because remember, this thing here also had a voice control. So let's say that you're using your Buds 2 Pro with the ANC on, but somebody's calling you, or let's say you're buying coffee. The moment you start talking, it will go from noise control to ambient mode, right? This thing here goes one step further, because it is also able with AI to analyze different sounds. So let's say you're walking outside, you're in, let's say, very crowded area, they will pump up the noise control, but then let's say the police will come, or let's say an ambulance, God forbid, hopefully not, but then when they identify the siren, all right, they will limit the noise control. We'll go a bit more into the ambient mode so that you will hear and, let's say, stop your car, whatever you're doing, stop your bike. You can turn on ambient sound automatically when you start speaking and siren is detected. After auto detection, you can pinch an earbud to end ambient sound immediately. And you've heard that correctly, because this thing here, these stems, they are not only used for the blade lights, you can pinch them for certain things, which I'm gonna show when I'm setting them up. So they support gestures. Here in the Buds 2 Pro, we also have gestures like tap, right, to change modes, or let's say hold, and there are also, let's say, some settings or some gestures in the lab modes, but this thing here goes one step further. And also with the use of AI, they are able to identify, let's say, noise coming from construction to kick in that ANC and filter it out of your music. So I'm gonna press next. Let's see what is next. You are all set. All right. The Buds 2 Pro is connected to my S23 Ultra, and the Buds 3 Pro is connected to my S24 Ultra. So, of course, here we have a whole different picture. There is also a different representation of the battery level. You have also some tips. Check out the tips, right? You can make your earbuds findable in Samsung, stuff like that, which is also usable because if you lose them, you can try to switch on the blade lights and find them. Now, the first big change, guys, here is in the noise control. The Buds 2 Pro have active noise cancellation, off, or ambient sound. The Buds 3 Pro, they have off, they have ambient sound, they have adaptive and active noise cancellation. So you get one more mode compared to here. All right, let's explore more. We have auto switch to ambient sound. So ambient awareness, voice detector, right? If you start speaking while you're wearing them, it will limit the active noise cancellation and it will switch back to the ambient sound. Or siren detect. If you don't want to use the siren detect, that's fine, because that's an option, so you can just leave it like this. And also, you can use ambient sound during calls, okay? So this is something that is not existing here on the Buds 2 Pro. We then have here voice detect and 360 audio, all right? And the first thing we have here, now in this menu, I see sound quality and effects. The 360 audio now is inside the sound quality and effects, which I'm gonna show you later. And we have also the equalizer. But I want to show you guys something that is very important for me, and this is something that really made me buy them, because yesterday when I was testing them in the store, I realized that on the Buds 2 Pro I only have normal bass boost, dynamic, by the way I use dynamic, so I have like predefined EQ settings, but I'm not able to manipulate them without, of course, the help of, let's say, third-party software. Now for the Buds 3 Pro, guys, I can go and I can use dynamic, right, and see, I can then create my own custom EQ. And by the way, this is quite nice, because again, this option for me is really the Pro option, and I'm wondering really why it's not supported here. We have the earbuds control, all right? So we have the media controls, so you pinch, swipe up and down, okay? And this is how you work with this gesture, guys. So you can just pinch them to play and pause, double pinch for the next track, triple pinch for the previous track, or swipe up and down to control the volume. And now it's time for me to show you and test the fit. So I'm just gonna open them just like this. All right, we got this nice illuminating light from the blade lights. This here is the earbud. By the way, I can tell you guys, this fit is really good. So honestly, with my ears, I tested headphones like this. Yeah, not so good. So I always prefer to have the tip here. So now the right one, all right, stick it up like this, guys. Just like this, absolutely blended. And I can tell you, if I start to move around a bit, yeah, I think my sunglasses will actually fall, but this here not. So if you are into some sports, you should be quite okay with a tight fit like this. And then remember, they have also AI ANC, adaptive noise control, to just check the fit. If the fit is loose, they'll pump up a bit more the noise control. If the fit is good and I'm not in a loud environment, hopefully I should also be getting a bit more of that ambient noise. So this control between noise control and ambient sound is done in an adaptive way, which is apparently not available for the Buds 2 Pro. How do I control the music? I just pinch them like this, and then voila, my track is gonna start. One more pinch, okay, we'll stop the music. Now if I pinch them one more time, music is on. Now I'm gonna pinch them twice, and hopefully this will get me to the next song. Like this. By the way, guys, it is not 100% intuitive, so there's going to be definitely a learning curve. Also, volume control, guys, you need to use your two fingers, all right? See, if I only do it with one finger, right, nothing happens, which actually is good, because I use headphones like the Nothing Ear One, and sometimes this gesture wasn't working properly. Now with two fingers, see, the moment I control it, it's very easy. I can just also do the opposite, right? Something that I don't like, the moment I do this, there is a risk they, let's say, slip from my ear. And I'm gonna try with the right one. Okay, works in exactly the same way. By the way, from what I can hear right now, the sound seems to be amazing. So let me now try to also play a call recorded here directly on my S24 Ultra so that you be able to see what happens. And I'm also gonna run some noises around to simulate a noisy environment. I have now connected my Buds 3 Pro to my Vivo, and I'm going to call a friend and record the call. But also, guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play a very loud noise from a crowd, all right? And you are going to hear the unedited call recording. So we are gonna be able to test the cancellation of noises when you are in a loud environment. And this here is the loud environment, all right? So now, let me try to call my friend. So now I'm gonna record a call and see what happens. Hi man, can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's Velian calling to test the Buds 3 Pro.
Hi, Velian. Yes, I'm hearing you well.
Okay, because I'm just playing a crowd noise, 1 hour white noise. So can you
tell that I'm in a loud crowd environment or not so much?
Not so much. I hear you with a clear voice. As you are speaking on your phone speaker.
This is really crazy good. Okay, I am now going to record a call, and yeah, hopefully, really be happy to switch from the Buds 3 Pro to the Buds 3 Pro. Thank you so much, man.
Okay.
And I'm using some Daft Punk music to test right now the basses. So this is Doing It Right by Daft Punk from Random Access Memories. So let's just wait for the bass, and I'm gonna share with you my subjective perspective. Wow, very bassy. Very bassy. All right, that's cool. Remember guys, I have here this menu equalizer, so I'm gonna go and use a bass boost. Oh my god. With the bass boost, I'm probably shouting, but with the bass boost, I almost have a feeling that I'm wearing these big over-the-head headphones. It's really amazing, by the way. The Buds 2 Pro already got a very good sound, but this here, I guess, tops it. Now I'm gonna try to limit the bass so that I'm just listening to high and mids. All right. Now I'm just only gonna listen to the highs because remember they separated the tweeter from the woofer. So I'm just gonna control highs. Absolutely, guys. Very distinctive highs. So now I am gonna test, let's say the mids, 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz, and a bit touching of the bass, sub 1000. Very nice. Very impressive, by the way. So honestly, this is some very nice sounding earbuds. Now I'm gonna put some bass. Wow, oh my god. The bass is absolutely amazing. And I know that you cannot hear this, guys, but honestly, just the fact that you're able to use all these presets and get your custom EQ is absolutely great. The sound is definitely better compared to the Buds 2 Pro, and I don't think it's only little. I don't think it's just incremental. I have a feeling that it's just better by far, maybe 20%. Of course, this is very subjective. Very high distinctive highs, very well pronounced mids, and a very deep bass. All right, and I'm gonna pinch to zoom to stop the music. Yes, I did it. All right, let's continue. The pitch and hold controls on the Buds 3 Pro does pretty much what the touch and hold controls do on the Buds 2 Pro. Here, switch noise controls or Bisbee or Spotify or mindfulness. All right, here we have these options. All right, and you can have separate one for the left and the right. It's the same here, right? Separate pitch and hold control for the left and the right earbud. Then we have call controls. You can answer the call or end the call just by pinching it. All right, you can pinch and hold to decline the call, right? Which here is touch and hold. And then we have earbud lights control. This is the blinking one, all right. And now guys, we have the fade in, fade out. So if you just open and close them, it's gonna like slowly fade in, fade out. Or you can have the steady one, right? Like when using them, yeah, this is just going to be all the time on. We have voice control, in-ear detection, read notification allow. Most of the options are the same. Let's see what we have inside the labs. So right now we have a gaming mode, which is good because it will provide low latency audio while you're playing games. Here guys, for the Buds 2 Pro, because of course we have many updates, we have double tap earbud edge to control other things, like for example, you can use the double tap earbud edge to control the volume if you want. And hopefully with time, Samsung will release even more options inside the labs. Then you have the earbud software update, you have the diagnostics, you have the about earbuds, it's the standard stuff. So let's see what happens right now. I will try to check for software updates if there are any. Okay, this is the current version, by the way, AXF3. All right, we have Find My Earbuds and also the tips and user guide. So this was it, guys, the unboxing and the hands-on with the Buds 3 Pro compared to the Buds 2 Pro. There are a lot of things that are the same, but also a lot of things that are really quite different, starting from the design, starting from specification, starting from AI features, because those, yeah, you've heard it correct, guys. You can now use Galaxy AI to live interpret, live translate, and use these earbuds to help you in the process. Okay, it's a bit harder to be achieved with the Buds 2 Pro because the Galaxy AI now works only on the Buds 3 and the 3 Pro. So in the next few days, I'm gonna be testing them, just see how they sound. I really hope that they will sound amazing and that I'm gonna be able to replace my Buds 2 Pro. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and if you have any specific questions, guys, you can ask me anything. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please stay safe, support the channel. VST over
And bye.
bye.